All right, I guess we'll get started. My name is Eric Teacher. I'm going to turn off the annoying video feed of myself in shortly. Just wanted to introduce myself for anyone that I haven't met personally. I look after national specifications for Canada and help support our agency and distributor partners across the country from a technical and product perspective. So I've been invited to present an in-depth look at our track selection today, and we'll be going through the PowerPoint presentation together. I'll be speaking in the background, but if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I've got my colleague Steve McMullen, who's going to be handling some of the questions on the live chat portion, and we'll save a few minutes for a Q&A afterwards as well. So thank you very much for joining us. Hopefully everyone is staying safe and healthy. We know that that this is not the best of times, and for that reason, we wanted to reach out with a little bit of education, a little bit of variety for your day. Lightline is certainly committed to helping alleviate this situation, and so many of our employees are working from home as well. In case you're not aware of how we're handling it. Lightline also recently made a significant donation to help first responders and healthcare professionals by donating masks and sterilization, Purell, as well as some other products to the folks in the Canadian healthcare industry. So we're doing what we can to help. Anyways, moving on, I will stop my video and get on with the presentation. Thanks again for joining us today. All right, so what the track is going on at Lightline? The Lightline track profile, which is our most economical, is specifically designed for light residential applications. Rather, we should say most residential applications. It's available in a single circuit format for 120 volt applications. Comes in 6 different pre-cut sizes and is field cuttable. Generally speaking, we typically question when someone is ordering 12 footers, only because we're there thinking about how you're going to get a 12 footer into an elevator through, into your site via elevators and so on. So please consider that when ordering track. Every one of the track lengths that we're going to be talking about today is field cuttable, which means that a 3 foot piece can be derived from a 4 foot piece of track and so on. And our standard Lightline and A-line track track profiles are available in white, black, silver, and a brushed nickel. The A-line version of the track is a little more robust than the Lightline. It is designed for commercial applications and is available in single circuit as well as 2 circuit configurations. Meaning that you can have multiple track heads from 2 different circuits controlled separately. The A-line track is also field cuttable, also comes in white, black, silver, and brushed nickel finishes, and is available in 2 foot, 4 foot, 6, 8, and 12 foot lengths out of the box. Of course, for our track series, we have live end connectors, floating canopies, tees, flexible connectors, and all types of other fittings to power up the track, as well as to create any kind of a configuration in terms of shape that you're looking for. This gives a great amount of versatility for retail applications, for instance. We'll move on to Power Gear, which is a profile that is exclusively offered in North America by Lightline. It is designed for up to 3 circuit switching. You can have dual circuit dimming functionality with a dedicated neutral for each of the hots. for each of your circuits, and you can switch independently up to 3 different circuits if you don't need to dim. The one difference is that power gear, we will cut to size. So we will cut that to custom lengths and ship exactly the length needed down to, I would say, 1/16 of an inch. The A-beam and the H-channel are complementary products to A-line and to our power gear profiles. And the A-beam features the A-line already pre-installed within the profile. And the reason that the A-beam profile was developed was to provide a more rigid solution for suspending A-beam. This also gives you the ability to move your suspension points from 4 feet on center to 8 feet on center, which means lower installation costs if you're using the A-beam product. The A-beam also doubles as an extrusion, as a profile that allows you to provide uplighting. So if you'll notice, there is a barrier, a horizontal barrier that sits above the A-line track profile, and this flat part of the A-beam allows you to use either hard linear LED boards or tape light, that type of a form factor, to provide uplight. Of course, the uplight can be switched independently from the A-beam, and if you've got dual circuit A-beam installed, then theoretically you're controlling 3 separate circuits. Power gear serves exactly the same function as A-beam, but for the the H-channel serves the same purpose for power gear. It allows for suspension points that are further apart, but also includes standoffs. If you look at the image on the right, the H-channel can be configured to into vertical, horizontal, and 3-dimensional shapes, and can hold the power gear track as well as some form of linear indirect lighting. The halo effect that's produced, or the indirect lighting effect that's produced over the shoe racks, is being done with that type of a form factor. It is available only in white and black, and can be suspended, surface, or wall mounted using the bracketry and standoffs that I just mentioned. We move on to Precision Pro, which is the most elegant and cost-effective way to provide a level 5 trimless track installation. What this does is essentially it's a preformed drywall channel that we ship in 4-foot lengths. And this allows you to install a preformed drywall channel into your hard ceiling. And the channel has already been fabricated in a climate-controlled environment with everything adhered or glued using UV-cured polymers, which means that the channel acts as a continuous ceiling, even if the ceiling is fire rated, which means that you can install the Precision Pro channel for any one of our tracked profiles, and it essentially amounts to a surface-mounted installation, even though you're getting a trimless, recessed look. The performance comparisons and the installation comparisons we've done prove out that this approach saves on labor and ultimately installation costs, although perhaps has to be discussed with the general contractor, as electrical contractors may not opt for this type of option immediately. Moving on to the first of our track series that we're going to cover, and we're going to be covering the majority of the track styles and models that Lightline manufactures today. So the Flex series was designed to provide a uniform aesthetic in a wide variety of mounting installations. So as you can see the graphic changing from a recessed pendant to a track pendant with snoots, to a surface cylinder with snoots, to a monopoint with barn doors, and so on. We see a little flash of a hex louver there as well. So there are 3 different sizes in the Flex series: a 15 watt, a 22 watt, and a 38 watt. They are designed to give you the same type of cylinder barrel look, but mount to a wide variety of applications. The extruded aluminum construction provides superior strength and durability and comes in white and black. Although we can consider custom colors if the quantities are sufficient. You'll see at the bottom of the slide we're talking about dimmable flex products. Recently, we came across a situation where we discovered the Flex 15 series had a number of driver batches that were not dimming as effectively, and so we've gone through all of our inventory. We had a momentary hold on the dimming functionality of the Flex series, but I'm happy to report that we are now back to offering the full dimming range down to 10% for most of our dimming products, and that is dimmer dependent. So please do check the dimmer compatibility table, which is online under the Flex series. So just to reiterate, the Flex comes in a 15-watt size, the smallest of the three sizes. It delivers 1,350 lumens. We have a 22-watt delivering 2,300 lumens, and a 38-watt delivers 4,200 lumens. Caveat with the 38-watt is that it is not currently dimmable, and we have no plans to develop a dimming driver for this particular track head, since in our estimation, when such a high lumen package is selected, it's unlikely that dimming is going to be a requirement. So here are the mounting options that we can look at with a little more time to kind of let that soak in or set in. The monopoint mounting is available for all three sizes. So is surface mounting. And with the surface mounting, we'll be introducing you to a cylinder canopy that is a little more sleek than the standard 4.5-inch canopy that's designed to cover the conventional 4-inch J-box. A track adapter, the recessed suspended pendant, as well as track pendant. Sorry, just coming back to a few of the accessories. The extender accessory is likely new to everyone. The extender was designed to elongate the Flex 15 cylinder body to provide a little more substance. So if you felt that the Flex 15 provided all the power and the various source shielding optics, such as the oval snoot, the barn doors, or the honeycomb louver, but you wanted something that's a little longer, a little more prominent, the extender does exactly that. We would mount the extender between the standard cylinder body and any one of the mounting options currently available, and this will extend your overall length by 4 to 5 inches. I'm not exactly certain of the length of the extender yet. The honeycomb louver does a terrific job of cutting the viewing angles of the TIR lens, which delivers the high luminous intensity that the Flex series delivers, and is an excellent option for applications where glare may be associated with the viewing angles that are established based on what you're aiming at. A linear spread lens and a softening lens is available to achieve additional optical effects using the Flex series. So this is what I was talking about in terms of providing a nice, sleek 3-inch canopy cover for junction boxes. What we had to do, of course, was we had to develop our own junction box. So this is a European style approach where we've created a 3-inch junction box, which we will certify for every project in our own facility electrically. And it comes with torsion clips. So you can install this mounting option anywhere where you do not currently have an aperture or mounting hole or a cut hole or anything. As long as you can feed power from the top, this will install from below, and whether it's a pendant or a surface cylinder, this 3-inch canopy will virtually disappear behind the Flex 15. Down below is another shot, a live product shot, as opposed to line art, of the Precision Pro recessed drywall adapter or prefabricated drywall channel adapter for, looks like this is for A-line track, but you'll notice that the drywall is formed into a shape that, that provides that recess already, and all you have to do is screw these parts to the blocking. So the Flex series, and we're talking specifically about the Flex 15 at the moment. We haven't developed this solution for the Flex 22 or 38. Can use this new Euro style 3-inch junction box. And remember, Precision Pro is a very, very good solution if you want a track system that is recessed flush with the ceiling. The Dine series is really a sister product to the Flex series, in that if you look on the right, you'll see that we have all of the same options, mounting options. So we have a monopoint, we have a track pendant, a surface pendant, or a recessed pendant with 4-inch junction. You'll notice that, that we also illustrate here that the maximum drop length for the recessed pendant is 102¼ inches, and it's the same for the track pendant. The Dine series was specifically developed, though, for the hospitality sector, for restaurants. And the reason that the Dine was separated from Flex is that it has a number of unique attributes which are not shared by the Flex series. So we'll go through them all. The first are the body details. So you'll notice that, that we indicate there's a 2-inch adjustable screw which allows for on-site regress customization. So let me explain what that is. There's a screw on the back which adjusts where the source sits in the cylinder body. So the source starts right at the aperture, whether it's the E26 socket, and we have 2 models, one with an E26 socket that allows you to use your own retrofit screw base lamp, or we provide an integral LED module with the TIR lens. It comes already louvered with a Hexcel louver or a honeycomb louver. And you can move that source, the entire LED engine or the socket, up and down 2 inches. So right from the aperture, you can regress it by an additional 2 inches. And the reason we've provided that kind of functionality is that you can create the exact diameter or pool of light that you need to customize this for your dining experience. So you may want the pool of light covering your entire 48-inch diameter table, or you may want a foot of that 48-inch diameter table to be dark and only to have a 36-inch diameter pool of light. So this is one way to think about how the Dine is used. The other thing that I should mention is that the integral LED engine is only available in a dim to warm. So our dim to warm range starts at 3000 degrees Kelvin. And as we dim using phase dimming, standard triac dimming, we dim down to 2000 degrees Kelvin, which puts us into that nice warm amber hue or spectrum, which we've all become so accustomed to over the many years that we've been dimming incandescent and halogen technology. The dim to warm engine is further enhanced by the gold line snoots that we have available for the Dine series, available in a 1-inch, 2-inch, and 4-inch length. So if you wanted the smallest possible pool of light or circle of light at a given mounting distance, you would use the 4-inch snoot. You would regress your source as deeply as possible, so pull it right towards the back of the cylinder, and this will give you the smallest or narrowest possible diameter. That's how the Dine series was intended to operate. Now we move on to a few of our, we'll call them budget-friendly track head options. The Apollo, Delta, and Sora appear in the order that that I've just announced them. The Apollo and the Sora, of course, have been around as form factors or as familiar shapes of MR16 track heads for many, many years. This is simply an LED integral version of the same. We're delivering roughly 600 lumens with the Apollo and the Sora. which is just slightly more than you'd get from a decent MR16 with a medium beam spread. You'll notice they are available, apologies, in 2,700 degrees and 3,000 degrees for those two models. But the Delta track head, the one in the middle, is also available in 4,000 Kelvin, which is harder to find when you're looking for track heads. So 4,000 degrees Kelvin for the track head, the Delta track head. One other thing I wanted to mention about the Delta track head. We showed the lumen output at up to 1,000 lumens. That is at 80 CRI. We have a 90 CRI version of the exact same looking track head, which delivers roughly 620 lumens. So that is the trade-off. You get a higher color quality, but the trade-off is lower performance or lower lumen output. So the Apollo, Delta, and Sora can be manufactured or produced to work with any of the track profiles that I'll be discussing with you shortly. The 7610 series, we call that the Flight series. This is just one of the track heads that I'll be showing you. The main features here are dim to warm functionality added to the standard 3,000 Kelvin, and the narrowest beam optic that we offer in any of our products. This little 8.5 watt product delivers 640 lumens, and you can specify a beam option as narrow as 6 degrees. Really, really terrific if you're shooting across the room at something that's fairly small and you really want to highlight it. Of course, again, dim to warm functionality is also available on the Flight series. The Teardrop series, we refer to this as the ATF 85 series. There are 3 different sizes. So it would be an 8514, an 8522, and an 8536. No, that's probably not, yep, sorry. 3 different beam spreads available, a 15, a 40, and a 60 degree. The ATF series also provides in the 14 watt configuration the same type of accessories that are available for the Flex, those being barn doors, where you can really bracket the effect that of the pool of light on the wall. You can have barn or shutter off the sides or the top and bottom to create more of a square or rectilinear appearance on the beam that you're producing. A honeycomb louver, a round snoot, and an oval snoot. What is noteworthy here is that if you go with the 8522, the 22 watt option, you can also get a 25 degree beam spread. So if that's important, that's available in the 2 higher sizes, that narrow medium flood, if you will. Also notice the color temperature options. Here we offer the full range, 27, 3000, 35, 4, and 5000 Kelvin. If you need a punchy track head with a high color temperature, Teardrop's definitely the way to go. The ATF 74 series, the 7415 and 25, also available with a dim to warm option, also available in 4 different beam spreads with a couple of different accessories available. The color temperature of 3500 Kelvin, again, quite popular, but only available on a few of our selected track models. But I'd like to draw your attention to the graphic shot or the live shot of the Flight installed over the Buddha Juice end aisle display. And you'll notice that there's a little band of light. That is actually intentional for designers that want a little flash or a little extra dressing on the track head itself. The 74 series does that nicely. The ATF 75 series, again, a different form factor to look at. Here we've got 2 sizes, a small and a quite large. If you're looking specifically for a high lumen output that is for a track head that is DLC rated, this is only available in 1 beam spread, but in a couple of different color temperatures, and is both E-Star and DLC rated on the 45 watt model. The Focus series is an interesting product. It comes in 4 different sizes, a 10, 20, 30, and 40 watt. But each fixture has a focusing ring or bezel that allows you to adjust the beam, the cone shape, from 18 degrees up to 50 degrees, and available right up to a 3000 lumen output. So interesting little product if you have an application where the designer either isn't familiar with what's going to be going on walls or how they're going to need to accent certain types of displays or merchandise. The Focus series gives you a little more versatility in the field by providing a consistent lumen output, but the ability to vary the beam spread. I mentioned earlier that any of our track products can be adapted to virtually any of the track profiles that are available out there from Lightline, as well as from non-Lightline manufacturers such as Cooper, Philips, and others. So just going through it very quickly, our A-line profile is typically the default for most of our track heads and is compatible with Juno and with Contact track profiles as well. Our Lightline profile is unique and is only compatible with our own Lightline branded track, which is designed for light and residential applications, meaning that there's a price advantage when using Lightline track, which we can translate into some of the track heads as well. The H-style track adapter is compatible with Halo, which is Cooper Lighting Solutions product, as well as WAC or Hampton Bay, which you might find in some of the big box retail stores. The L-style adapter stands for Lightalier. This is a brand that was developed by Philips, and that used to be and is still known as Lightalier, but now under the Signify umbrella. The C-style adapter stands for Capri, not as widely used, but certainly if you have Capri track and you're looking for new track heads, that's definitely a way to go. The P2 and P3 track adapters illustrate those adapters for 2-circuit and 3-circuit applications that are compatible with our own power gear profile, as well as the profiles that Power Gear is compatible with, which is made by companies like Global and Nordic Track.